Hey y'all, good morning. Angie here from Happy Girl Paper Crafting. I was looking through the last chance section on the Stampin' Up website, and I just realized that a bunch of the scrapbooking kits that are some of the most amazing ones they've put out in the last year and a half are on last chance. And there's some deals to be had. They're 20% to 50% off on some of those. And a lot of them I have done a little bit of work with, but I need to do some more work with because I have plenty of things to use it for. So that's what these layouts today are going to be. They're going to be me using those kits that are on last chance, and that way if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, and you can get on there and check out those amazing deals on those kits, and hopefully get some amazing ideas from this video.
Okay, so this is Exploring Nature Scrapbook Workshop, and it's 20% off. Weekend Adventures is 40% off, and I love this one. And then we have Country Woods Designer Series Paper. It's 15% off during a paper sale right now. So here are the ones I've chosen. I've chosen kind of one from each of those that I just showed you. This one here is from the Weekend Adventures Scrapbooking Workshop, and it is like a midnight moonlight. And then this one is Country Woods, of course. And I love this one because it's that early espresso dark brown. There's the back side. And then these two are both from the Exploring Nature Workshop. And I love this one. It has old olive green and then some, I guess, kind of a crumb cake. And of course, here's a really cool grid pattern that's from that workshop. Anyway, amazing deals to be had right now. So, all right, so these are the ones I'm going to use for this particular scrapbooking layout. And then here are the pictures, and these are from camping. And I was pregnant with Hunter in these pictures that you're going to see here in just a minute. But this is 2005. So there's a Pat teaching the boys how to skip rocks, and me in the river with them. And this is down at the Long Farm, which my husband's family's they've been leasing that farm to run cows for over 40 years, and so we really love it down there. And Pat's showing them right there how to skip rocks in that picture. Just classic, fun camping stuff. And there's the boys sitting in the back of the truck with the wood for the fire. They love the fire when we camp, because of course at home we're not, outside building a fire. They love that though. Look at them with their little shirts off. It was very hot. I will say that. It was pretty hot during this trip. Look at Sammy. He was inside taking a nap under the air conditioner because he was pretty hot. That's why we were in the river a lot when we were down there. And look at it. He's so sweet. He's just so adorable. And then there is at the top, there's the picture of our first camper that we ever bought. And it was cheap, and it was well loved, and it was old. Do you see it? There's the air conditioner in the sidewall there, and the kind of blue-green cabinets. And it was kind of white with some red accents to it. And it kept the water out, I'll tell you that. And with that air conditioner, it did work. So, yeah, it was kind of the start to our camping adventures that we still do to this day. And then here is the sketch that I'm going to show you. And this is from Volume 5 from the Creative Design Team's sketchbooks. And I really liked this one. And I'm going to actually do it on both sides. I'm just kind of flipping it over and doing it on the other side. And I like the photo setup. So I'll do the photo setup kind of similar to this, but a little bit of a change I'm going to make because of the number of photos that I have. And I'm actually going to add one more strip of paper to that, which is that Country Woods. All right, so here is our cool grid paper, and it's kind of a grungy, old-looking, brushed-out grid paper, and I really liked how it would look for this outdoors layout. And then this one is also, both of these are from the Exploring Nature Scrapbook Workshop, and I just love these colors because they're going to go really nicely with the colors in my photos. I don't know if you noticed all the blue in the photos, and of course all the outdoor green in the photos. And then we were down along the river, lots of this crumb cake or basic beige sort of tan color there. And so there we go. The blue came from the Weekend Adventures, of course. And so that looks good there. And so I'm going to do the photos on the inside like this. And I'm going to put all the camping ones on one side with the camper, and all the ones where we're in the river on the other side. And so, see the blue, how it goes so nicely with that paper from the Weekend Adventures. I love that. It's going to look really good. And this photo here might go right here. And then I have added a photo to what the original sketch said on this right hand side, but it looks nice. I'm just going to put that one up high. And here is where I put in the Country Woods paper. I'm going to just use it kind of as a background photo mat behind the white photo mats on these photos. and it'll really make them stand out nicely. And the wood grain is going to always look good on an outdoor layout, or really on just many different kinds of layouts. And I especially like the dark early espresso color of this one with these greens and blues that I've got going on. I'm going to move this one of Sammy Sleeping Up high because I want those at the top. They're the same size and the same kind of orientation, so I'm going to put them even with each other on opposite sides. All right, so this is basically what it's going to look like, folks. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to put a cluster up here and the title over here on the left. Okay. Okay, this is a sneak peek of the September to December catalog, and this is Textured Tree Ring 3D Embossing Folder. And I am going to use it to make embellishments, like kind of circular landing spots for the embellishments on this page, because it'll be perfect, because it's going to be this super cool textured tree ring. So here it is. I did it on basic beige, and that looks awesome. And so now I'm going to this is what they're going to look like when we're done. I did a bunch of them in different sizes. Isn't that awesome? See how it's got the texture all showing when, the way I inked it up, and I inked it up so that it looks like it's got the tree bark along the outer edge, and they look so cool. I saw Erin Jacobson do this in one of her videos where she was doing kind of a product share, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to pick a ring, and I'm going to do a kind of big one here, and I'm going to cut around that ring right there. And so I've got my little scissors out. I'm going to fussy cut around this. And here's the fun part about this is because you're doing a jagged edge around that ring and leaving an intentional border around it to kind of represent the bark around the tree ring, that you don't have to be too careful with this. It's fine. You are too precious with this, as some of my favorite people I watch on YouTube that are from England say. You don't have to be too precious. Just get around there and cut it off. And then I'm going to use early espresso ink and this dauber to go around the edges really dark, and see my early espresso ink, and that will be representing the bark layer around the outer edge of the tree ring. And so, like I said, I saw this in Erin's video when she was introducing kind of a sneak peek of this product right here, and I thought I am going to do that somewhere, and instead of using like Spotlight on Nature dies to put my embellishments on in this outdoor thing, it'll look super cool to have this tree ring be the place where I put all of my embellishment clusters. Isn't this really, really neat looking? And then the texture is so amazing on this. And see, I'm kind of I went around the edges real dark, and I'm going around them again and going in just a little bit to have a little thin ring of what's supposed to represent the tree bark along the outside. So isn't that looking really cool? It's not hard at all. The most time-consuming part is picking a ring on it and cutting around the ring. And as you saw, it was not that complicated. But look how, see, I made a nice thick bark layer around the outside of this that's darker. And then I'm going to take the whole thing and just kind of lightly go over the whole thing just to bring out all of the texture so you can see it better. And I picked the basic beige intentionally because I wanted my inside of the ring to be very light, kind of, and then really show off the texture. Super cool. Isn't this awesome? I can't wait for you to buy one of these and try it. Okay, so I want to show you this real quick because I put some of the foam tape, the sticky foam tape, because I made a tag because I had a couple extra little pictures. Now I'm showing you this side, but I'm not showing you the other side because it's just kind of something that, where he's kind of like in a compromising situation, which is cute and funny to our family story, but I'm not going to put it out there in the world on here, so you understand. And then I kind of forget which side I put that on when I start to put my tag in, and watch me struggle. I'm struggling to figure out where it goes. Trust me, I did it correctly. It's not hard to get back there. I just can't figure out where I put it. And there it is, folks. And then I put a piece of ribbon that is a kind of a gingham ribbon that is part of the new stuff too. And I really, really like that ribbon. It looks really good on this tag. And now I have a little interactive element and just a hidden picture of him because I didn't really have any more room to put those last two little bitty pictures on. All right, so now I'm ready to kind of work on the embellishments for here. So let's get out 3 different sizes of our tree rings that we made. And I made a whole bunch of these while I was at it. So we're going to put the biggest one right here. And I may lower it down a little bit. Yeah, let's lower it down a little bit. And I may even kind of put an extra one there back behind it, sticking out a little bit. We'll see. And then my medium-sized one's going to go over here, just slightly higher up, because we're making our kind of 3 points of interest around the page. And then the little bitty one's going up here. And then, let's see here. I'm going to have to get my spatula out and kind of pull up my photos that I glued down. I forgot to leave some loose edges around there. Alright, so that's where they're going to go. And then I'm going to get out some of my, I have an old stamp set with a camper on it that's not that old, so hopefully some of you all have it. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and put another little tree ring here, and right above it there I left a space because I want to put a title there. Alright, so I've got those glued down, and well, they're not glued down. I'm going to put some stuff on there. But here is the set I'm going to use. Adventure Together Stamp and Die Set. And look at the camper, and I love the little moonlight thing. It'd be cool to go around the edges here with that and stamp some little the moon, and then also some stars. But none of these photos are at night, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, so I went ahead off camera and I stamped and dyed and colored stuff from this stamp set to use as embellishments. So here we go. So I'm going to start putting it around the page. And I also have a couple of punch outs. There's a stamp that says Happy Camper. It doesn't show up very well, so I'm going to swap it out. I've got one that's just got a white background, and it'll actually, I think, yes, it stands out better. We're using the white background that says Happy Campers. I needed something up there by the tag. And then I've got this one here, and it is the little trees off of there, and I actually stamped them in the mossy something or other color of ink that we have, and onto the old olive, which old olive is the color on these pages, but that darker color looked nice with it. And look at my little chair there. And I ended up having to go back and stamp another chair because I couldn't find my one that I had done. I'd done a stamp kissing technique to do one facing the opposite direction because we only had the lawn chairs facing the one direction. So you'll see me I'm going to go ahead and show you that stamp kissing technique here in just a minute. Alright, so I'm putting the trees kind of back behind that one. And then I found this in the punch outs in the Exploring Nature, the Weekend Adventure set. And then I'm going to use this for the title. I like bringing that wood grain kind of out a little. It's down the center of the page, and I'm going to bring it out. And it says, Life is Better Outdoors. And it sure is. And that's why we get out and go camping, folks, right? So I'm going to move this green sentiment down here. I think I want to use this bigger green one there. I'm laying it there, but I'm not loving all the green up there. I might track down a blue one if I can find a blue one. And then these two, the cup and the pitcher, the camping cup and pitcher, see how they match the blue paper that I'm using? So I'm going to bring it into the embellishment there, and it looks so cool. That's that. I did already have those fussy cut from a previous project that I didn't use them on. And then there's a cute little brown, kind of a speech bubble there, and I'm going to probably pull that one later, but we'll see. Yet to be determined. Okay, so I've got everything kind of laid out. I'm going to end up probably, I like that there. I'm going to make some more adjustments and then come in and glue this down. And if you ever watch my videos, you know I'm probably going to make some changes as I glue it down, because that's who I am, folks. That's what I do. All right. Okay, so as I was gluing things down and I got to the title, I realized I needed to do something kind of special with that because that sits up higher. So I put some glue dots on there, some of the foam glue dots to make the bottom part stick up more, because the top part's going to be over the bottom of that photo, which is raised up to put my tag down under it for my little, interactive thing. So I'm just going to lay it here like this and scooch it up to where it touches the bottom of those foam dots, and then it's all one level. So I wanted to just make sure I showed you that. Alright, so I said earlier that I was going to show you the stamp kissing technique, and there's my little lawn chair on a block, and there's my silicone mat, and I am using the Secret Sea ink, and I'm going to stamp it on here and hold it on here to make sure that ink kind of distributes onto that silicone mat. See it? And then now I have the back side. I see I'm stamping on the front side of this, but I'm putting the back side up against there and just kind of letting it good and get soaked in. And that way it'll turn my lawn chair the opposite direction, so that I have one to cut out and color and put facing, so my two lawn chairs will be facing the fire. And so I'm going to go in there and color it to match my other chair, since I lost my other one that I did earlier. And then I've got a little fine point pen that I'm going to go over the legs, because they did not stamp as well. And that's one thing with the kissing technique, is it doesn't always do it as clear as if you stamp it regular, but it still turns out really cool, and it comes in handy to use this little technique. Thank you, Erin, for showing us all this in a video a while back. Alright, so I've got everything glued down now, and I am so happy with it. I thought it turned out so cool. I added some journaling lines over here that I got from the scrapbooking workshop kit, and it looks good because it was in 2005 down at the Long Farm when I was pregnant with Hunter. And I'll give you some closer looks at this. All right, so there's little Sammy sleeping. There's the title and the interactive element with Sammy on his little pictures. He's got a pretzel rod that's sticking out of his mouth like a cigar, and then it says Happy Camper up there. And here, this one turned out so cute. My camper with the colored to look like our camper does, and then the little chairs by the fire pit, and then all those elements together, and then my little cute camping coffee cup and pitcher, and I just thought it turned out so good. So I love it. I love it. The colors are beautiful, and I finally got to use that stamp set. If you like it, I hope you will give me a thumbs up. And in the description, it's going to have all of these things that I mentioned here that are the good deals that are happening right now on the Stampin'Up.com website. And Angela Nickelson is my name. If you don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator if you order these things. And if you're, and please give your business to your other demonstrators if you already have one. And here are the still shots. All right, so there's one down. More to come from using these papers while the deals are good.